guys and welcome to Azul Coding. In this video I'll show you how to use the Clipboard API with JavaScript, including how to copy and paste text to the user's clipboard, using event listeners to find out when the user has cut, copied or pasted something, and to finish off we're looking to paste in images that the user has copied. As always there'll be a link to all the code in the description down below. I've already set up the HTML page that we're going to be using, along with some styles at the top, and a link to the new JavaScript file that we'll use in just a moment. Let's get started by copying and pasting text. As you can see, I've added in some HTML elements, including a text box that we'll copy from using the copy button, and another text box that we'll paste with the paste button. Let's write the functions for those buttons. We'll start with the copy text function, getting the value in the first text box like so. To write text to the clipboard, we use navigator.clipboard.writeText and pass in the value from the text box. And then once that's been written to the clipboard, we use then on the end, and pass in any code we like, and that will execute once it's finished. Let's add in an alert message. Let's test that over here. If I type in something in this text box and click on copy, and then manually paste it in here using Ctrl+V, that works as expected. Let's now add the functionality to the paste button, so I won't need to use Ctrl+V. Navigator.clipboard.readText this time to read from the clipboard. Similarly, we use a then function for when we have the text from the clipboard, and we'll collect the text from the clipboard using this clipText parameter, updating the second text box like so. Because we need permissions from the user to see what's on their clipboard, it might be the case that they don't allow us to do that. We can check if we were unable to see the clipboard by adding in another function just here. And I'll add in another alert message as well. Let's test that and see if it works. So if I type something in this text box and click on copy, that works. And when I click paste, that didn't work, and that's because I've blocked access to the clipboard in Chrome. If I allow that permission, I can now paste in that text just fine. Now we'll take a look at how we can use event listeners to find out when the user has cut, copied or pasted something. In the HTML code, I've now got a single text box and a blank paragraph element that I'll be using as a placeholder for a message to say when the user has cut, copied or pasted something from that text box. Let's write the code to that message functionality first. In the JavaScript file, I'll create a new setMessage function that sets the given message. Then we'll want to clear that message after say 2 seconds, and we can do that using setTimeout like so. Let's now look into setting up the event listeners. We'll want to set them once the HTML document is loaded, so we'll add them to this DOM-content-loaded event listener. We'll start by declaring a variable for the text box, and first look at the event listener for when the user has cut some text from the text box. To get the text the user has cut, we'll use document.getSelection, and then we'll use our setMessage function we made earlier like so. And for copying, it's exactly the same, so let's reuse that code and make some quick changes. To get the text that the user has pasted into the text box, it's slightly different. We'll either retrieve the data from event.clipboard data or window.clipboard data, depending on the browser, using the getData function. And then we'll set the message. Let's test it out. So if I type something in and use Ctrl+X to cut some text, now we can see the message has appeared for a couple of seconds, and then I'll try copying using Ctrl+C and pasting using Ctrl+V. Now that works, let's see if we can edit the text and override one of the event listeners. Let's say that when the user cuts the text box, we'll convert that text to uppercase. To do this, we need to simulate the process and override the standard functionality for the event listener. To override the event listener, we'll use event.clipboarddata.setData, setting the MIME type to textPlain like so. To simulate the cutting action, we'll first declare some variables such as the text box value, selection start point, and end point. And then we'll set the value of the text box so that the selection is removed like so. Lastly, because we've overridden the functionality, we need to add in event.preventDefault to stop JavaScript from performing the default functionality. Let's try it out. When we cut from the text box, the text gets removed as we'd expect. But notice the text box cursor isn't in the same place as it was before. Let's fix this in the code. We just need to add in a line of code that sets the selection to be where the cursor was originally. When we try that again, it works as you'd expect. Let's finish off by exploring how to paste images from the clipboard. In the HTML, I've added in an image that we'll paste it into, as well as another paragraph element that I'll add the file name of the image to. In the JavaScript file, we'll start by adding a document.onPaste function like so. As we did before, we'll get the clipboard data from either event.clipboarddata or window.clipboarddata. Image files in a clipboard can be found in data.files, and if there are files in a clipboard, we can access the first one like this. Then we'll restrict it to just images by checking the MIME type starts with image, so the image type could be image/PNG, JPEG, GIF, etc. To read the image file, we'll use a file reader and read the image data in as a data URL using a simple function. We then set the onLoad function that will execute once the file has been read. We now need to update the image element with the image we've retrieved. We'll get the image element like so, and then change its source URL to reader.result. We also want to get the file name of the image as well, and that's just a simple line of code. Let's see if it works. I'll copy this image from File Explorer and use Ctrl+V to paste it in the browser. And that works, it's displaying the image correctly with the file name beneath. If you're looking for open source desktop and mobile apps with countless features and functionalities, I created Express apps that are all free to download now. Check out the link in the description to find out more. All of the code in this video is available on my website, and be sure to head to the channel for more coding tutorials. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more content still to come. Why not check out these videos next? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.